We get a lot of people charged with dealing controlled substances, often called manufacture and delivery in Texas. And there are a lot of issues that come up pretty quickly in these types of cases. The first thing we look at is whether the search that the police used to find the drugs was legal. These drugs are often found during pat downs in people's pockets or in cars during searches. And a lot of times the police don't follow the law when they look in people's pockets or when they find drugs in cars. In these cases, if we can show the judge that the law wasn't followed properly, a lot of times the judge will throw out the drugs and the state has to dismiss the case. Another big issue that comes up is whether or not the person is actually in possession. For example, someone may be driving a car that doesn't belong to them, and the police find drugs in a side compartment or in the trunk or in the glove box. The prosecutor may not be able to prove that that person actually knew they were there and intended to control those drugs, or had a nexus with them is the legal term, which is something they have to prove in order to prove that you were in possession of them in order to deal them. Another defense is that while there were drugs in your possession, you weren't actually dealing them, they were just for personal use. Finally, sometimes we can argue that what they think are drugs isn't actually the drug, or that the weight wasn't correct.